WPKY.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Tess and Ty at 8:10 and about 42 out. So nothing terribly cold. I think maybe a hoodie. That'd be about right. Huh, Makayla?
Hello.
What do you think? Hoodie day or light jacket?
It feels better than usual, so.
See. In case you didn't know, we have Makayla Davis with us. And, of course, she's a high schooler. What grade are you in now?
I'm a junior this year.
No, that doesn't seem possible. These kids are growing up on us. I swear they are. But she goes right here to Caldwell County High School. And she's a bowler. So I know this young lady very well. And she's also in the band as well.
Yes.
So, and what do you do in the band?
I'm in color guard.
And
I play the trumpet.
she forgot about that trumpet, Mom. Hey, you guys did really well in the band this year, though, too. I got to say, I tell them as often as I can because you put a lot of hard work and effort into that and made it to the state level, which was really good.
We made it really far this year, and I'm really proud of how well we did.
And, you know, those costumes.
Oh, goodness, yes.
I told your mom at one time, I said, I don't know how she's not stepping on that dress. Because they, in case you didn't get to see the kids, they had the Titanic. They basically, reenacted the Titanic in musical form. So it was really cool. However, Makayla had not only had to spin those big flags and throw guns up in the air.
Rifles,
in a dress,
yes.
in a lace dress. So, I mean, they were long and really pretty. You guys, the props were ridiculous this year.
Yeah, we haven't had props in a couple of years now. I think it really added to the show this year. So
I do too. What's easier, the guns or now? See those rifles? That kills me. I call them guns. They're little. They're like wood. Are they wooden or plastic?
Yeah, they're wood.
Whew.
And then the
I bet that
sabers we
hurts.
use, those are metal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just wrapped in tape.
I'm telling you, and they got these huge flags. So when you're laying them out, how often do you trip over them?
If they are set correctly, you don't trip over them. So I guess if someone doesn't set their equipment correctly before we go out.
Yeah, I start saying, let's just say there's somebody like me in the band and they don't put them in. Let's just say, let's just say that might happen because I might have seen it happen a time or two. But how difficult is that? I mean, because one of them's turned one way, one of them's turned the other way, and
well, we set them according to the drill, so the drill kind of goes around our equipment on the field, so it doesn't affect us whenever we move towards it.
Oh, okay. I see, and I've seen bands this year that change clothes in the middle of it. Whew. No, thank you. I'm telling you. And even you guys, you had, we even had the ship captain's uniforms this year. I mean, you went behind the Titanic, and it was fantastic. It really was. So kudos for that. But that's not actually why we had her in here. But I figure why she's in here, we'll talk about the band too. Because you guys are still selling cups, right?
Yes.
So the band fundraiser is still going on. And I've seen them at a couple of different places. Saw them at U-Ride the other day. But really nice travel mugs with the Caldwell County logo on the side. And you're selling those for how much now?
I'm not that sure.
I think they're about $20 is what they are. But they're at different places around, and they're still doing that for a fundraiser. And these kids need the help. They do.
Yes.
I understand that there's an instrument or two that we need to be replacing this year.
Yes.
They say they're broke. What they need is they need some extra funds this year because they already have replaced some instruments and they still got a few more that they're going to have to replace. So be aware that, and props are not going to be cheap.
Oh no.
And of course,
props are never cheap.
No, and there's not a ton of fundraisers in between now and when we're going to start building props all over again next year. So if you get a chance, they make a great stocking stuffer. They make a great gift for Christmas. Go by one of the participating locations and pick those up. Or you could probably call the high school and figure out if they've got any out there. Yeah. Get a hold of somebody anyway. So anyway, and let's see, the number is 8010, 365-8010 to the high school. Just off the top of my head. Not that I ever have to call out there for my children. Ever. Every day, it seems like. But hey, so you're doing something else in bowling.
Yes.
And, you started out at what age?
4. Which is really crazy.
That is really crazy because the bowling ball was probably about as big as you were.
Right.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. She is tall. She's a tall young lady, but I bet that bowling ball. I've seen a few pictures, and that bowling ball was about all you could do to hold on to that thing.
Yeah.
Well, and that proves to some people though, when we're going to tell them where all she's gone here in just a second, and the scholarship money that's involved in that too. If your kids, even if they're little, start them early.
Yeah.
My kids come to it, as teenagers, basically. They didn't, I think CJ was 9 or 10 when he got started, but, Abby was already a 13-year-old, I believe. Yeah. So, I mean, I wish to goodness we'd have got her started, when she was little, because there's a lot of scholarship opportunities and that sort of thing. And bowling is not easy. I know it looks easy, but it is not easy. And just because you were good today does not mean that you're going to remember how to bowl tomorrow.
Yes.
And every lane is different, and all the conditions, whether it's cold or rainy or dry or humid out, all of that has a lot to do with the wood flooring and that, well, whether it's wood or synthetic or, and there's so many variables to it. You're still a junior in high school, and you've had to learn an awful lot.
There's been a whole lot of struggles with bowling. Sports shot most definitely has been a struggle for me lately.
Well, let's explain to them. Normally, when you go in and you just bowl just for fun or whatever, there's a pattern of oil that is on the lanes, correct?
Yes.
And then when they go in, that particular pattern is called a house pattern. And for every bowling alley, they kind of have their own house pattern.
Yes.
Now, there's going to be a different pattern that they lay down during leagues and that sort of thing. And that kind of, depends on the league, and how competitive it is. So when you say sport pattern, what she means by that is there is, and it is called a sports pattern, but competitively, when you go into tournaments, they try to really make it as difficult as they possibly can.
Yes.
And the professionals, when you see the professionals bowling on TV, they are bowling a sport pattern.
Yes.
And there's all different kinds. So it is there to mess with you.
That ain't the truth.
It is there, to make something that's difficult just a little more difficult. Because it's not like it's in hot pink and it's showing you exactly where the pattern is. You have to be good enough to go up and find it, right?
Yes, and even then, oil changes as you bowl several games on it. So, it can move back or, it can move more towards the middle of the lane. And it's just, you have to be really careful where you lay down the ball because it can take off or it won't hook at all.
Well, and with these tournaments, one thing I've learned with these kids, one frame can make or break the entire tournament for you.
Yes, I've been there several times.
But I'll tell you, you've never seen kids at work any harder than they do as well at bowling. Yeah. Because there is, how many hours do you think, every week?
I don't do it as much as anymore, but more whenever band was going on, more in the summer. About 6-10 hours a week, maybe.
Well, and it would be very easy to bowl every day of the week, a couple hours a day, and still, need to do that. And of course, you have bowled locally.
Yes.
And you've even bowled in adult tournaments.
Yes.
And now let me say that is not for money.
No.
When these kids go out and they bowl these tournaments, they're not making money on that because that's something they're not allowed to do.
Yes.
It all goes towards scholarship.
Because you're a youth, you can bowl in youth tournaments if they allow you to do that, but you can't get money off of that because that's considered gambling. And as a youth participant, you can get in a whole lot of trouble for that, and they could take your scholarship away that you've gotten in the past.
Well, in scholarship money, I don't think there's, and I was one of them. I was one of those mamas that did not even know it was out there. When you get your kid, there's a lot of these leagues out there, what you got started with at a young age.
Yeah. That
even, when you're 10 years old, just showing up and learning how to bowl and doing a league throughout the year, which might be, 6-8 weeks, some of them a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You earn scholarship money just for showing up and learning how to bowl with your friends, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you multiply that over the years, and that's scholarship money that you can use, not to just one particular college or wherever you choose to go. So, I mean, is that something that you've built up over the years?
Yes. I've been to several different competitions over the past couple years. I've gone out of state. I've done a lot of in-state type of stuff and won a couple tournaments as well. So, that really adds up once you do it for a whole while.
Well, and that can make a difference between you having to work part-time when you're in college
Yes.
not having to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what are you doing now? You're getting ready for nationals, right? And you just got through qualifying in Clarksville?
And yes, in Clarksville. I'm starting to bowl there on Saturday mornings. There's a lot of people down there. I've made a whole lot of new friends, which you could do here in Princeton as well. I had a tournament, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I qualified to go to the Junior Gold National Tournament again in Las Vegas in July.
Wow.
So we're planning on making that a trip pretty soon here.
Well, that's kind of a big thing, huh?
Yeah.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to act too surprised because everybody's, oh, well, you knew about that. Well, we did. We went to nationals not too long ago, it seems like. And Makayla went with us. And it was kind of her, she wasn't bowling in the tournament, but I wish you could have seen her eyeballs.
I was like a kid in a candy store.
Well, every bowler that, is got some skills is there.
Yeah.
And this is, people that could be bowling here in Princeton, and they could be alongside of, any of the Belmonte or any of the ones that are, bowling professionally, right? Mm-hmm. So how intimidating is that?
I don't really know. I mean, it's definitely an experience for sure. Being beside some of those people, it's really cool to see how they throw the ball and to, reflect on it. See how, you throw the ball and how they do it. There's so many different ways that people, release or, walk towards the lane. I just think it's really unique how each person, does their own little thing on the lane. It really shows you that it doesn't matter really how you do it as long as you do it, for you and it works for you.
And that's a sport even handicapped people can, can get involved in. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair. It doesn't matter, maybe you have problems with your hands or that sort. That's okay because there's a rack as well. Mm-hmm. And, Eli, my son Eli, was Special Olympics and Caldwell County Special Olympics. They're getting ready to go to the state tournament here in just a couple of weeks. It's the first week in December. Mm-hmm. But they're going up there to compete at the state level with that. So, we've got a lot of people in our area that do that. Mm-hmm. So what do you think? What's next outside of just the Nationals tournament? What else you got?
I'm not really sure.
After you win that.
After I win that, yeah.
After you go and you win nationals, you come home. What's the goal? Is the goal to go to college and bowl in college? Mom says yes. What about you?
I'm going to put my best effort into it. Keep going to some college expos to get noticed. Try to get those scores up on Sports Shot and practice more on those.
Is it hard to get noticed by colleges?
I would say for me there is. At our school there is not a bowling team at our school, and none of the surrounding schools have that either. So I feel like people that have a bowling team at their high school have more of an advantage because they get to go out and see other coaches and get their name out there. And for me, I have to go out of state or stay in state and do multiple tournaments to try to get my name out there and try to get attention from that because that's kind of the goal, to get noticed. That way you can get scholarships or talk to different college coaches and possibly their teammates.
Well, and do you, that's something that if a parent says, you know what, I've got a kid that I would really kind of like, we're curious. Mm-hmm. It doesn't hurt anything, right?
No.
It's nothing that. You don't have to buy $10,000 worth of equipment to get started. It's very easy to go and try it out for a season. Yeah. Try it out for 6 weeks and see if they like it.
Yeah, it don't hurt nothing. You have people there at the bowling alley that can even help you learn. And, if I'm ever there, you can come up to me, ask me if I want to bowl a game with you. I can do that, too.
I get tips from her all the time. It's the only kid I know that can get in a tournament, and all of us have gone to nationals and all over the place. She beats us just about on a regular basis. It's intimidating for us to bowl with Makayla, I think is what it is. But hey, we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Let us know how you do, okay?
Oh, I will.
We love this kid, and you guys have done so good in band this year and now in bowling as well. And hopefully at some point you'll get a vacation. I don't know when it's going to be.
I hope so, too.
Because you work, too, right?
Yes, I work.
And you go to school.
Yes, and I go to school.
It's the busiest kid I've ever seen in my life. So, hey, you're doing good, though, and we sure are proud of you. And thank you for coming in and giving us a kind of a lowdown of what's coming. And you said that tournament's when now?
In July.
Well, get on it, sister. You got to start practicing.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it is 8:25. Stick around. We're gonna check in with my partner. Ty is over at Trice, and I cannot wait to see what he's test driving today. So stick with us. It's 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Ordinary bar soaps may do a good job of cleansing. Easy. Done and done. But with Dove, you get a whole lot more. Because every bar is made with 1/4 moisturizing cream. So you get a gentle clean that leaves skin feeling soft, smooth, and nourished. Upgrade to Dove, the bar that gives you more. It cleanses and cares. Plus, it's #1 recommended by dermatologists. Now that is money well spent. Dove. Get more from your beauty bar.
Tired of waking up hot and uncomfortable? Start sleeping cool on the reinvented Tempur-Breeze by Tempur-Pedic. It's engineered with a revolutionary cooling system that pulls excess heat away from your body and allows maximum airflow. Sleep deeper all night and wake up more refreshed every morning. During our fall savings event, enjoy up to $600 off Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Find a retailer today at TempurPedic.com.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz is the place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancock's makes their own fresh chicken salad, pimento cheese, salads, and a variety of mouthwatering desserts, sure to please your entire family. While at Hancock's, be sure to visit their meat department for the best selection of USDA choice meats in the area. Hancock's Neighborhood Market in Cadiz, hometown homemade goodness, and the Hancock name you know and trust for quality for your family. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz.
Fall is the beginning of flu season. Protect yourself with a flu vaccine at the Health First Community Health Center. It is your best shot at stopping the flu from getting to you. With same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome, they make it easy to arm yourself against infection. Contact the Health First Community Health Center office toll-free at 1-877-667-7017 or visit one of their 7 locations for all your healthcare needs. At Health First, your health is our first concern. That's Health First Community Health Center.
Hey guys, Heidi with Capitol Cinemas, your local Princeton movie theater with your weekday lineup. In Cinema 1, Charlie's Angels, PG-13, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. In Cinema 2, Dr. Sleep, rated R, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. In Cinema 3, Playing with Fire, PG, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. Call during showtime hours at 270-365-0200 or visit us at capitalcinemas.net. Thanks for listening. See you at the show.
The holidays, time to enjoy with those you love. If you're thinking about new flooring in your home before the holidays, now's the time to stop in at Perry's Floors and More and let them help you find the perfect flooring that will not only add warmth and style to any room in your home, but also flooring that will stand up to the wear and spills of everyday life. Whichever floor you choose will be backed by reputable manufacturers and installed with expert care. See Bill and Lucy at Perry's Floors and More, 127 West Market, Princeton. Call 270-365-9869.
1580 103.3 WPKY, Tess and Ty at 8:29, and I got Ty on a test drive. What are you doing?
What do you say there? Yeah, boy, I'm telling you what, Tess. In a hot one today, I'm talking about a 2019 Chevy Blazer Premier. This is one of the new Blazer. This isn't like the old Blazer I used to ride around with years ago with Will Brown. I mean, one of those big old clunky ones. It was cool, but this thing is sleek, smooth, all-wheel drive. This is a Premier model, okay? And one of the coolest things on this, I grabbed the steering wheel, and guess what? It was heated. So that was kind of nice, number one. This morning my hands were cold. Didn't have any gloves on. So that was cool. So this 2019 Chevy Blazer Premier has the heated seats, heated steering wheel. It's got the remote start, okay? So on these cold mornings, you're ready to roll, and you're warm and toasty on the inside. I mean, this thing's great. And then when you get through winter and it starts to warm up, it's got this big old panoramic, like, sunroof in it. I mean, And it's just not a little bitty sunroof. I mean, it's like the whole roof for spring when that comes along. But while the winter months are going on, it's got all-wheel drive, so you know you can get wherever you need to go safely, your family. Plenty of room. Beautiful leather interior. The seats are so comfortable. A Bose, yep, they got a Bose system in here, so that baby's going to crank if you want to, crank up your favorite Van Halen tune while you're heading down the road. And then, of course, all the bells and whistles, the charging stations up here, the nice big screen, so you can all your touch screen settings and everything in there. And of course, you've got the 36,000 mile warranty. You got the powertrain limited warranty, all the good stuff you get from Chevrolet and GM. So I mean, you can't beat that, can you, Tess?
I'm going to tell you what, you had me at the heated steering wheel. I don't know. I love I thought I heard you say something about touchscreen, and don't get me wrong, this is my first experience with it, but I'm those Chevys, they drive like a tank on anything that's winter. I mean, when you talk about coming into town,
I lost my monitor there, Tess,
or anywhere on ice and snow, that's a vehicle that's going to keep on going on the winter stuff. I think we lost him there. But that's one of those things that I'm learning. And don't get me wrong, we were laughing the other day on the air with you that, I hit the air condition button instead of the heated seat button the other day, and I found that out the hard way. But those heated seats, as nice as they are, that heated steering wheel is going to be, I think, even nicer. And, of course, in one of those vehicles, Ty, you really got tons of room to store anything. Well, I guess now you're going to need to put the turkey and the presents and all that kind of stuff and hit the road on the way to Grandma's, huh?
Plenty of room to do it in this baby. And you do it in luxury. That's the great thing. I mean, it is smooth as silk, and it's got the big, nice dials on it for the heat and the air here. So all you got to do is twist the dial to make it warmer. You can adjust each side so everybody's comfy, and you just can't beat the ride. I mean, it just kind of folds in around you. Of course, you've got all the safety features. You can see you got your blind spot monitors here. You got your backup cameras. And of course, you're complete with OnStar. I mean, it's set up, ready to go. So you can take those short drives or those long drives in safety and comfort. Now, this thing is silver and black interior, and it can be seen out at Trice Hughes, your home team, at 91 North in Princeton.
Well, Ty, come on home, and I want to see that thing. I bet the interior's gorgeous, especially with all the whip stitches. I call it like almost a briefcase stitching on a lot of that. It is so pretty, and Chevy really knows how to do it upright on those interiors. So come on home. I'd love to see that. Now, of course, the Trice Hughes home team deal of the week is a 2016 Cadillac SRX. Now, that's the perfect small SUV. It's got all-wheel drive, 26,000 miles, NADA retail, 26.3. Trice price, are you ready for it? 23.7. So make sure that you go and see them, and make sure you let them know that we sent you. They're right there on Highway 91 North in Princeton. You can visit them with never leaving the house at TriceHughesGM.com. They want your business, so give Trice a try.
Ordinary bar soaps may do a good job of cleansing. Easy. Done and done. But with Dove, you get a whole lot more. Because every bar is made with 1/4 moisturizing cream. So you get a gentle clean that leaves skin feeling soft, smooth, and nourished. Upgrade to Dove, the bar that gives you more. It cleanses and cares. Plus, it's #1 recommended by dermatologists. Now that is money well spent. Dove. Get more from your beauty bar.
Tired of waking up hot and uncomfortable? Start sleeping cool on the reinvented Tempur-Breeze by Tempur-Pedic. It's engineered with a revolutionary cooling system that pulls excess heat away from your body and allows maximum airflow. Sleep deeper all night and wake up more refreshed every morning. During our fall savings event, enjoy up to $600 off Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Find a retailer today at TempurPedic.com.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Well, it's going to be not too bad today. It looks like we've got a lot of overcast to start out with this morning, but it's not supposed to be too bad throughout the day. Mostly cloudy, high 49, and tonight a small chance of showers after midnight, overnight low of 39. Tomorrow mostly sunny, high 55, and then on Wednesday partly sunny, high 60. On Thursday and Friday, showers are likely moving in and looks to be around the mid-50s for your highs. It is 42 at 8:35, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Big John's Barbecue.
When you're looking for a change in employment, you should look for a successful company who's growing. Barclay Plantation has expanded their facility to accommodate more of our local seniors, as they all deserve a place to live their feel age, not their real age. Do something today that will make your tomorrow better for you and your family. Barclay Plantation offers competitive pay with a rewarding work environment, a workplace full of grandparents. So if you have the skills to care for aging seniors, please go to Barclay Plantation and apply in person today. Serious applicants only.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Imagine if there were a place you could go to buy gift certificates to some of the best businesses in town. Now, imagine all those great gift certificates priced 30, 35, 40%, and at times over 60% or more off retail every day of the week. The Loyal Listener Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to WPKYonline.com.
1580, 103.3 WPKY. And it is 8:36 with Tess and Ty, and Dunk is in the house. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, Caldwell County.
How? And of course, if Dunk's Tires and Wheels, and that's tell everybody what your full name is.
Joshua Thomas Duncan.
Well, I didn't know how full you wanted to go with it, but because I didn't, hey, everybody calls him Dunk.
Yep.
And of course, you're a hometown hero.
Yes, sir.
For this area as well, and we cannot tell you thank you enough for all that you did on 4th of July, and what a success that was.
Yes, ma'am.
Where in the world, if you're a tire guy, where'd you learn to do all this stuff with fireworks?
Well, I got a passion for making things blow up like that for some reason, but
well, what got you? What was the inspiration for you to say, you know what, this is something that we don't have, I want to do? What made you want to do that?
I ended up with a whole lot more fireworks than what I expected, and I usually do it on my home street anyway, and a lot of cars come up, park beside the streets, watch me pop them off. And so I just said, go for it and just see what I can do and make it a big display for the whole town, since a lot of people come and watch it on my street anyway. So, and another thing a lot of people don't know is we actually done that whole fireworks show with nothing but a Bic lighter.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't no pyrotechnics or nothing involved. It was just straight old country boy right there.
I think that's awesome, though. I mean, well, and let's go even beyond that. What got you started doing them for people at home on your street?
Well, I'm the guy that ain't scared to light something. What I mean?
What makes you want to help? I mean, because you're kind of in the business to help people.
Yes, ma'am.
You're the guy that when we're on the side of the road freezing to death, or we're having what could be the worst day that we've had in a very long time, you're the guy that, with the cape and the S on the chest that shows up. What makes you want to do that? Is there anything in your life that that kind of said, you know what, I want to give back and I want to help people?
Well, life's always throwing me a number two, just like my commercial says, you know what I mean? So when you're down in the dumps or you get here, you can't get out, can't get this moved, can't get that moved. And a lot of people just really don't even have the money to do it. And that's where I come in, you know what I mean? I just go in, I got a big heart. I always have, just thought I never had a chance, but now I got a chance. So, now that I was that unfortunate guy back in the day, growing up, didn't have this, didn't have that. Today, I see that, I see every person. I'm a good judge of character, you know what I mean? I can pretty much read a book by its cover, but, I try to help where I can, and the rest just follows, you know what I mean?
I love that, though. I think, when you do it, when it's coming from the right place, I think sometimes I really think that God knows how to put people in front of you that need it the most. It's like then you start seeing opportunities, but you got to be looking for them.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think that's a great testament to our kids, though. We think about, I want to go to college. I want to be, there's a lot of different professions that are always the popular ones that they want to throw out. Doctor is one. I'm sorry, yeah. Dr. Littlejohn, I love you. But I mean, doctor is always up there, But I'll tell you, my kids, they want to, are like a lot of other kids. They want to work with their hands. And when they see somebody like you that works with their hands every day, that loves to help people in the community, that does help the community every day, I think that's a great testament to kids, though.
Yes, ma'am. I like to wake up in the morning and, just tell myself, no matter what goes on, what's involved, I try to do at least one thing to help somebody on a daily basis today. You know what I mean? It don't matter if it's seeing somebody just trying to get across the road, somebody pushing a wheelchair, ask them if they need help. And if you, see somebody struggling, don't just stand there and look, get up, offer help, you know what I mean?
Well, and that's infectious because a lot of times when you help somebody, they end up wanting to help somebody else because you were so nice to them, they can't help but, want to kind of pass that along. And I don't know, I think that's so important because even opening the door, and to be honest, you don't know how much or how important it can be just to smile at somebody because you don't know what their day is like. You don't know what they're going through. And there's so many people that go through so much. Sometimes just a smile and a, hey, how are you?
Yes, ma'am.
You doing all right today? Sometimes that can make all the difference in the world. And, that can really change their attitude when they're dealing with other people as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So congrats to you and kudos, and we appreciate you. I'm sure we don't tell him enough either is how much we appreciate you because I'm big on, if you want the kids to grow up and do it the right way, you need to start teaching them what that looks like and patting them on the back when they do it the right way. And, they get a whole lot of attention these days on, TV and that sort of thing. YouTube is bad about it, about the kids as bad as they can be. That's where they get the most attention. And I would love to start turning that around to where the better they are and the more they do things the right way and do good things, that's when they get the attention.
Yes, ma'am. And like you're saying about the kids working and wanting to do this and that, my 12-year-old daughter can change all 4 tires on your car.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
I bet she can change the oil too, can't she?
Yep.
I love that.
And my 2-year-old son, like everything I do, like if I take lug nuts off of a car, he's right there behind me putting them back on. He can already turn 3 turns on a lug stud already.
I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I followed my dad around a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
And I bet he's the same way, huh?
Yep. That's how you learn to do everything, And then you just pay it forward and show another person, and then
you do it for yourself. Have some self-respect and do it for yourself. You know,
ma'am.
and don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean you're not ever going to need help.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have visited Dunks before. Might have been on more than one occasion. But we do appreciate it. And I did want to talk about not only what I tried to get him in here for, but I also wanted to get him in here for the hometown hero thing too. And I don't do it to embarrass him, but we do appreciate that a whole lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Because, are you planning on doing that this year?
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's awesome.
We're actually already starting to collect toys to give out for Christmas. Last year, I was able to help 29 families. I collected a whole bunch of toys, and I got a friend that him and his wife dress up like Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and they ride around with me in my rowback. We just go around and find people, and I just found a big neighborhood last year, and a bunch of kids outside playing with the leftover toys I had that we didn't hand out, and I just started calling them up to my truck, just giving them all.
That may be that brought tears to my eyes. I love that.
And yeah,
I want to ride around in your tow truck now when you do that.
All right, we can go.
I'm telling you, I think that's amazing, though. And you talk about tow truck Santa. I love that.
Yep.
And again, though, it's giving back to the community. How do people donate to that?
Well, everybody that comes in through, a lot of people got gently used toys laying in the back seats of their cars, their trunks, and they're throwing it everywhere. If you ain't going to use it, don't just go throw it in the trash can. Another kid can use that. There's always somewhere. Nobody cares what it's like anymore, As long as they got that toy to look forward to on Christmas, That was what I always wanted to wake up to,
It didn't matter what the price tag was.
No. It ain't about what it was. It was about what can I do with this, because I ain't never had that. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So,
it's funny how some kids think that they're done with a toy and they'll just toss it aside or whatever. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, my son would love that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm one of those parents that will do on social media and different things like that. You do a little swapping around and you sell and buy that sort of with used toys and that sort of thing. And I think that's awesome. Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
My son, I I'm a horrible influence on my kid, evidently, because his thing is you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Yep.
But, of course, if it's ball related, he's happy. So I mean, but we sure. And where do they drop these toys off at?
You can either get a hold of me at 270-963-6391 or stop by my shop out here on 551 US 62 West at Dunk's Tire and Dunk's Towing.
When are you going to deliver those? Like, what's the cutoff date for that?
Well, probably about a week before Christmas.
Okay.
And
well, you're going to have to come back so that we can talk about it again here in a few weeks to see where you're at on that.
Not a problem.
So, and one of the reasons why I got him in here, too, I don't want to not mention that because I love it. Hang on. Shh. I'm talking to Dunk. But when you're on the side of the road, and, of course, we already went through one kind of bout of winter weather, and we're getting ready to go into, from what I'm being told, it's a coming. Of course, it's winter. It's always coming. It's just a matter of when, right?
And this is Kentucky, so you never know what the
That's right. You blink,
be,
it's going to change.
Yeah.
The other day, I'll admit, I was not ready for as much ice as we got. I really thought that some people were kind of overreacting with it. I thought, nah, we probably went, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was a little surprised. You know, and there's a lot of people on the road before daylight. You know, you'd be surprised how many people are on the road at 4 and 4:30 in the morning. But that kind of goes back to, you know, I know that we've got to have some decent tires on our vehicle. I know that we've got to, you know, you want to make sure that all your fluids are in check. You want to make sure that, you know, that you've got antifreeze in there, not just water. There's a lot of those kind of things, you know, that can happen. But as far as an emergency roadside kit, now this is it. Let's say we did all the things right and we still end up on the side of the road. What is the first thing that we need to make sure that we include in our roadside kit?
Well, the first thing you need to have is the number to the Dunk's Tire and Dunk's Towing, which is going to be 270-963-6391.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Second thing, you know, you always got to carry like some fix-it-flat, extra phone chargers, you know, anything like kitty litter. Anything that can help you out of that situation. You know?
Now, I was told the other day there's actually these little plug-in blankets that you could plug into your cigarette lighter.
Yeah, like heated jackets now, too. You know what I mean?
I want one of those. Well, the kitty, you mentioned kitty litter. I'll be honest. I know that I've been told about kitty litter that you're supposed to have it. Why in the world have I got it back? Because in my mind, I know it weights down the back end of the car. Yep. But what is it? What are you really supposed to do with it?
Well, kitty litter's made, you know, it's kind of like gravel, one of the slick surfaces around. You know, you're going to throw it, whether you got front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, you know, you got to have common sense and know which one is which, you know what I mean? But the kitty litter is made to go wherever your pulling tire is, and it'll kind of help you. I mean, it may not always help you, but what will help you is calling Dunk's Tire if you can't get out of it. You know what I mean? So,
well, and if you know, you and I were talking before too, some of those four-wheel drive cars, now we need to be realistic with ourselves sometimes and say, you know, front-wheel drive, what is the difference and why do they say front-wheel drive cars and four-wheel drive cars, that sort of thing? Which is one better than the other on that kind of stuff?
They're both about the same. Sometimes you have, you know, a four-wheel drive, they pull all four wheels at one time. But a front-wheel drive is going to give you the front pulling power, which ain't no weight in the back, just like a truck is. But, you know, that four-wheel drive is going to give you that extra momentum. Like if you were in that situation, you got that option to just push that button or lock into the floor there, you know what I mean? Where on a front-wheel drive, you know, you just push gas and hop, you know what I mean?
Well, and so with that, you know, in the kitty litter, so if you put the kitty litter in the back end of the car, but it's a front-wheel drive, that's not gonna, the weight differential is gonna be.
Well, for it to be a lot of weight, you're gonna have a lot of bags back there to weight it down. You know what I mean? You got all your motor weight in your front. That's why the front-wheel drive pulls like it does. You know, you could haul 15 things in the trunk, and the only weight that's gonna be back there is what you put in the trunk. You see what I'm saying? You all the time have that motor weight that's distributing, you know, to the wheels that's making these wheels turn. So the kitty litter, you go back to the trunk, grab the bag, come up to the front, jumping in front of both wheels and just smash the gas.
And if that don't work, we call Dunks at what's your number?
270-963-6391.
Hey, be honest with yourself. If you get over on the side of the road and you need help, you just need help. And I think that, we got to be kind of humble and we got to be willing to ask for help. But don't sit out there and freeze to death, because that can happen awful quick, too.
Yes, ma'am.
We sure appreciate you, man.
No
Thank
problem.
you so much for coming in. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
I'll tell you again, Duck's Tire, tell them where you're located for those toys, too.
US 62 West, Princeton, Kentucky. We're just adjacent from Taco John's and right in between Sonic and the car wash there.
And he's going to come back and give us an update on these toys. And I'm
Yes, ma'am.
serious about running around and delivering those toys with you. I want to go this year.
We can do it.
Oh, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And, of course, Ty, you're back in, you've got a little something for us?
Got breaking news. Atmos Energy and first responders here in Princeton, Caldwell County on location at the location of Second Baptist Church in that area, Cherry Street and Maple Street. There's been a gas leak there. Everything is secured. They're on top of it. Folks may smell a little bit of gas, but the area is secured. Got off the phone a few minutes ago with Caldwell County Emergency Management Coordinator Joey McCaslin. He said everything's fine, but they could be on the scene there for about 3 hours. So just avoid that area if you can. You might smell some gas. But everything's okay. It's a natural gas leak, so natural gas rises where LP gas would stay close to the ground. Okay. So should dissipate and just go up into the air naturally. But crews will be on the scene. It may take upwards to 3 hours to secure that line.
So if you live in that area, in that general vicinity,
you'll smell gas, and it could even come on down into town.
Do you need to leave?
They're coordinating that right now. They have everything secure. They're just working to fix it. And again, it's natural gas, so according to Joey McCaslin, it goes right up into the air. But could smell some gas. I was just there. I have some pictures. We'll be posting that online. Of course, Audrey Lamb will have full details of the situation as well. But according to Joey McCaslin, crews are on the scene. They're securing it, but could take about 3 hours to get everything repaired to that line. So just avoid that area if all possible.
No need to run home from work or anything like that.
Not at this point. Everything seems to be secure. And like I said, crews are on the scene. They have everything secured. You just might smell that smell, but it could be upwards of 3 hours before they get that repair to that line made.
And if you're in that area traveling or planning to go over there, that area is going to be kind of toast at the moment, right?
Yeah, they've got everything secured. They've got kind of a perimeter set up where crews are making those repairs. And but just kind of avoid that area right in the area of Second Baptist Church, Cherry Street, and Maple Avenue there, that curve. So...
and again, right there, over there by Southside. That's
no, it's at Second Baptist Church.
Or Second
Baptist Church.
I said the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Second Baptist Church, right there at Maple Street and Cherry Street in Princeton. But again, crews on the scene. They have everything secured. Joey McCaslin of the Emergency Management said that the gas will rise into the air, and you may smell a little bit, and it could drift down into town, but. That's about it.
All is well.
At this point, yeah. Just could take a little bit of time to make those repairs.
Well, make sure that you check in on our website at WPKYonline.com, or you listen to us. We've got our free app as well that you can check in with us. We're going to have all your updates throughout the day. That way, if anything changes, if there is any evacuations later on, which we don't expect, but, if anything like that happens, we'll have it on there.
That's correct.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and thanks to Joey McCaslin and the crews that are out there working hard. Stick around. We've got more to come. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Well, mostly cloudy today, high 49. Tonight, a small chance of showers after midnight. Overnight low of 39 tomorrow. Mostly sunny, high 55. And then on Wednesday, partly sunny, high 60. It is 42 at 8:54, 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Community Medical.
The sun is going down earlier these days, and we're spending more time with the lights on. Have you changed your lights to Energy Star certified LED bulbs yet? Using Energy Star certified lighting means that you are using 70 to 90% less energy than with incandescent bulbs. Making the switch not only means that you are saving money in electricity bills, but your bulb will also last 15 times longer. Brought to you by your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Hometown Energy, working for you.
If this community is as important to you as it is to us, we invite you to join us weekdays for our WPKY local newscast at 6:30, 7:30, noon, and 5. 20 newscasts a week means we're committed to keeping you informed on local events. You can also find news when you want it at WPKYonline.com. Thanks for listening to 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Hey, it's Tess from